right. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. Derby week's over. We're here to talk about it. It's the height differential. We got the 6'6" Neil. Do I remember your height? 5'6"?
Yep, you got it.
The 5'6" Matt is back with us in the 4'10" Nick. It goes by quick, but man, what a week. What a week.
Yeah, I mean,
That's all I got.
around here, around the city of Louisville, it's probably, most of our favorite sports week of the calendar year. I mean, we love our college hoops around here, and March Madness is great. But Derby week, when there's something going on Tuesday through Saturday, it's a blast. So we're gonna miss it for the next 360 days.
But we're there on Tuesday, and then we went back on Friday. Like, it was a perfect 2-day separation to get you back ready. Matt, you were there on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't make it back after Tuesday?
No, didn't make it back, but stayed in Louisville. Ironically, the past couple of years, Hannah and I have been out of town for Derby week, so it was good to be back around and just being in the city. Definitely a buzz the whole week.
But I would say from Tuesday to Saturday, the two of us were pretty much, or the three of us were in communication pretty much the whole time via text, betting almost every single race. You all hit a couple. Every once in a while I'd hit one. Matt or Neil hit a pick 5 on what day was that?
It was Thursday. Thursday pick 5.
Listened to Christina on FanDuel TV. Took that home, got him a pick 5. But it was a rough week for me. I still do not want to go back and look how many deposits I have in Twin Spires to see what my negative.
You gonna be able to pay that mortgage this month?
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. I need a couple more Louisville Kings games to come in town to give me some extra cash.
There you go.
Oh shit.
So, but I think the main thing, obviously, we need to talk about is what happened on Saturday. Golden Tempo. We talked about him briefly. Neil was more positive on him than Matt and I were. He actually talked me into bringing him from being a toss to kind of being somebody that can be late in that super. Cherie Devaux wins as a female trainer for the first time in Derby history.
Pronounce her name correctly, please.
Cherie.
Cherie Devaux.
It's not cherries. It's not cherry Coke here.
I didn't say Cherry.
Yeah, you did. You said Cherry.
I did not say
right.
Cherry.
She made history.
She made history.
Put some respect on her name. Cherie.
Maybe you just don't know what to hear. I did not say Cherry. I know her name's not Cherry. She's not a fruit.
That's what you sounded like.
Well, it might have sounded like it. It's not what I said.
You didn't say Cherie.
Cherie Devaux. Pretty cool. Like, watching it and all the females there, like, how did I not just bet on her? The Ortiz wins back-to-back. The Arad and Jose finished first and second. Looking back, all these just seem like so easy to pick out, and we picked out 0 of them. But just your all's overall thoughts from the race on Saturday.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was an incredible run by Golden Tempo, and we talked about it, and how he was a deep closer, and man, did he come from deep. I mean, he was last the entire way. And then not only that, he bid his time, saw what everybody else was doing down the stretch, and he made the perfect move. He went all the way to the outside, and that horse had some gas in the tank, and he just ran everybody down. So it was a perfect ride, I think, by Jose Ortiz, who we mentioned, with all the jockey changes on all these horses, Jose Ortiz is the only one that's ever ridden Golden Tempo. So the familiarity with that horse, and the familiarity between the jockey and the trainer, I think it played into their favor, and it was just an absolute great race.
Yeah, I mean, personally, Oselli's dead to me, because I'm going to say this. If he doesn't do that bump on the final stretch that gets Ado, that gets Commandment, that gets Chief Wallaby, I think Wallaby's winning that race, because Wallaby's still coming. Wallaby is coming along, and maybe it's, Alvarado gave it a great trip. He was ready to go, and maybe that was part of what they talked about the Florida Derby, was he had a lane, he didn't take it, didn't have the speed. But if he doesn't get bumped, that's my biggest what if from it was, if Wallaby doesn't get bumped, does he come up? Because he comes up on the inside and finished third. He came in front of, he finished fourth. He finished fourth.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a great race, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 of the last 5 derbies have been won by closers, and Sierra Leone was half a nose away from being 5 of 5. The
Yeah,
pace just falls apart in this race, apparently.
and what did I say last week? I think I need to change my mind. I just don't like closers in the Derby, and I was gonna mention that, but like Oselli also is a villain because you didn't even get to know much about this horse. Just he's kind of the rich strike variety, like just kind of shows up and like he's not talked about. Like Great White was talked about a lot as he got in because was such a big horse. So we got to know him a little bit. I don't even think we really got to know that much about Oselli.
No, he
And
finished. We talked about the Wood Memorial and how slow that was and how bad of a race it was,
yeah,
and he finished third in the Wood. Like there was no reason to talk about this horse.
Mhm.
He wasn't doing anything,
yeah.
and somehow in the biggest race of them all, he showed up.
Yeah.
But you talk about Wallaby, and I was on Commandment, and Commandment had a rough trip. But
Mhm.
coming down the stretch, you
He's
see him moving a little bit, and I'm like, "All right, here we go." And then Oselli and whoever, like he gets bumped, goes backwards, and really he was just like, "All right, I'm done. Like this is too much." So Oselli took out a couple horses and ruined everybody's super because I don't think too many people had him. Um, like you talk about how far Golden Tempo was out of it. And at the half mile, if you go back and listen to Travis Stone's call, at the half mile mark, he talks about how far back Renegade is.
Mhm.
He's 15 lengths back. And then he like just kind of go and even further back, what his exact words, so far behind are Albus and then Golden Tempo. And like he kind of just followed, like Jose kind of just followed Irad through traffic a little bit. And when they got to the wire, he would. I mean, how far out was he? 7, 8 wide. When
I mean, he was way out there. He swung
Yeah.
way wide.
and and also I think another horse you got to give credit. And I'm gonna try to say this right because y'all cussed me out last week. Denon Bourbon.
There we go.
That horse deserves some credit too for
Yeah, he had a
being
good
one
race.
of the few front runners that was able to finish. Now he didn't finish in the money, but he still finished fifth, which I think
Yeah.
with seeing the rest of that pace just collapse, he deserves some credit for that finish.
Just look at where Denon Bourbon finished and the horses that are around it. Like it ran a great race. And
Yeah.
I think Neil, you were kind of on him too. That like he was
He
going to
was one
get
of my
out
draft
front.
picks.
Yeah,
He was
he
one of my
could get.
draft picks. I
We'll,
liked him.
we'll
He
get
was
into that.
he was the one Japanese horse, or I guess he's a Kentucky bred horse, but
Mhm.
races in Japan. He ran the right direction.
He did
We
go
were
the
worried
right
about
way,
that,
which was
that he
step
might
one.
go right instead of left, but he ran the right direction,
That
and he
was
damn
step
near
one.
almost won the thing. So yeah,
I mean, he got the call from Larry Colmus. Like
yeah,
he's leading the way.
yeah.
But I one more thing with Golden Tempo. Like there were a lot of people that like Matt, you mentioned before the show that Eddie Olczyk had him in his tries.
Mhm.
And we all had him in our tries and our supers. We just none of us had him in the front of that, right?
Yeah,
Did anybody? None of
Yeah.
us had him to win in our tries and supers, right?
No.
I have a good story about this. We're 3-4 minutes away from post. I've got a little bit left in Twin Spires, and I'm thinking, we've been watching racing all day. You've been trying to dissect everything, and I just got scared about Bob Baffert. And I was like, oh God, I got to get myself ready for Patente. Because who was it? Was it you or was it Neil that said, like, are we just going to throw out Bob Baffert
Yeah,
for
That
this
was
that
race?
was
Nick.
me.
That was Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Neil and I were, yeah, of course. And I should have listened to Wednesday Matt because we were right. But I got worried about Patente. So I put Patente on top on an Exacta and then did the main horses underneath. So I did Renegade, I did Commandment, I did Wallaby, Emerging Market, Further Ado. I was going to do it. I was like, do I do it for Golden Tempo as well? And then I thought, well, I'm going to be pissed if Patente wins and like Denon Bourbon comes in second and I don't get anything. So I just did 5 on Patente to win. Had I just did that with Tempo, I would have been covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had
Yeah.
Tempo. I had Tempo in second on my Exacta and then third on my trifecta, but I didn't have him to win.
I mean, it's always just so easy looking back at it, isn't it? I mean, like I just keep going back. Like they were on fire the whole week, the Ortiz brothers.
Oh yeah.
And look, the one thing was neither one of them have won the Derby, and that was your negative on Renegade
Mhm.
is the fact that he had Outright on him.
That was the first time Irad finished in the money. in his
Yeah.
his 10th Derby start, the first time he's ever finished in the money. And honestly, he
Yeah.
probably should have won. I mean, you want to
Yeah.
talk about the
Well,
start for Renegade,
I mean,
yeah.
how he kept Renegade up.
he got bodied through the rail. I mean, that horse just took a smashing out of the gate.
And
Crazy.
yeah, and like you can't say he made a better run than Golden Tempo because he didn't beat him, but the ride that Renegade had, like I think in the end, what I think he might be the best horse in the field. Would you
Mm.
all agree with that?
Yes,
I think so. After dealing with what he had to deal with the start and to where he ended up, absolutely.
I think so.
But for one more thing with Golden Tempo, I want to give credit to Kaylin Benson at Churchill, as she's on the Twin Spires show. And look, everybody's watching NBC. Like people are watching it in venue, but they've got so many drinks by then at the track that they're not even paying attention. But this is word for word what she says on the broadcast about Golden Tempo as they're in the paddock. Cherie, I said it correctly, Devaux turned out beautifully. No wasted movement when he walks. His neck is bowed. I don't know what any of this stuff means, but it means the
Good
horse
things,
must
I
look
guess.
pretty damn good.
Yeah.
He looks sensational. I cannot understate that enough. The way the pace is going to shake out, this horse is going to be rolling from way off. One of the last true legit closers still left. I love what I'm seeing from him. So put a little extra on Golden Tempo. Verbatim, what she said in the paddock.
Okay, so you bring up pace. I want to talk about the pace. It wasn't that hot. Like it was 46 and a half around the first half. It wasn't like crazy speed figures, but all of a sudden it just died down the stretch.
Would you think these horses aren't as great as some of the horses we've seen in the past?
Because I know, like, as we started to get scratches and more speed came in, I was expecting a faster pace, and that's kind of why I wanted to get tempo involved because it was just going to be a breakneck speed. But I mean, I think tempo. I saw somebody say tempo got a 95 buyer, and it's the lowest buyer of a Derby winner since they've been doing the buyer ratings in the 80s.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that like it wasn't that fast of a race, but a deep closer still won. So like what happened?
It
Yeah.
you see they were almost 5 wide and they're all together coming down the stretch. And it just was kind of chaotic, honestly. And then you just see all those 5 except for Denon Bourbon. Really, they all just start backpedaling. And like I just wonder, like maybe the quality of horses in this field weren't as good. And I've seen some experts talk about that afterwards, thinking like, looking back, like the favorites in this race probably weren't as good as we led them to be. And my mistake was not putting in even if I didn't love Golden Tempo, he's 23-1 and he's going to be a closer. He has a chance to win this thing. Like looking back, they're saying the same thing we are, that they could have figured this out. It's just, you don't.
I mean, yeah, I would have liked to seen the Puma run because that was my Derby pick. I think if he had run, maybe something turns out differently because I think he was a quality horse that probably could have won this thing. So hopefully we'll get to see some Puma down the road, maybe at the Beaumont or something like that, and see what kind of quality horse he is. But I wish we would
I
have
think
seen
he's very similar horse to Commandment, I think, and
somewhere. Yeah.
maybe ran a better race in the Florida Derby, but just got caught at the wire. I mean, it could have changed the race, but I don't know if he's that much better to where it would have changed the outcome of the Derby. I would have liked to seen one more talented horse there, for sure. There were too many scratches.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny McPeek was not happy about it either.
No, Kenny McPeek, big mad.
What was he mad? I didn't hear that. What was he mad about?
He thinks horses are getting scratched when they shouldn't get scratched. They're being overly cautious with them.
Overly cautious. I mean, this is a topic of conversation we have every year is the amount of horses that are running. Like, everybody's talking about health and safety of horses, and you're throwing 20 of them out there in one race. This one ended up with 18, but is that too many?
I mean, it's not going to change.
I don't want it to change. I like seeing a big horse field, but what do you think?
Overseas, they run races like this all the time. Like, we're one of the few countries that this isn't the norm.
Yeah. Because isn't like Royal
Are there,
Ascot like 30 horses or something
yeah,
like? It's like
but
a
aren't
ridiculous
their
It
number.
tracks a lot wider? Are their tracks
they're
a lot wider?
running a lot of just straight races without turns. They're
Yeah,
also primarily like a lot of them are on turf too, which
yeah.
maybe is a little, I don't know, easier on the horse. So they're able to have more horses out there, but I mean, it's not gonna happen. They're not gonna
No.
reduce the field
I
sizes.
don't want it to. I don't think the trainers want them to either. Owners obviously don't want them to because you want to run the Derby, but
I mean,
that's always that always comes up.
this could be a good segue to talking about the schedule. We were going to talk about the schedule, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So just obviously the big change this year was Oaks. Not going off till what, 8:40? And dude, when you're pulling up, we got there what, race 3? Race
Yeah, we got
4?
about 1:30. Yeah,
Uh, you're getting there for race 4 and the Oaks is still 8 hours away almost. And
yeah,
drinks are free. And they're just handing them to you everywhere you go.
yeah.
Um, a lot of people are saying that they noticed the crowd being smaller
Mhm.
at Oaks. They have videos of a lot of people leaving. They have videos of a lot of people at these parties around town watching it on TVs instead of being there. I mean, it was a success for TV. It was the most watched Oaks in history. Uh,
Yep.
the Oaks got a record audience of 2.4 million. I
Yep.
think that was more than 5 or 6 times the previous record.
Four times the previous record, which was in 1997 when it was on
So
ESPN back then.
so it's not, I know a bunch of people in our city are upset about it. And look, I get why restaurants are upset about it. But after they put up those numbers, we
You're
ain't
not.
going back.
No, we're not going back. And I don't understand the whole like. Does it cut into the restaurant industry? Maybe, but there's still
Yes. No, there's no maybe. It
There's
does.
no, I mean, no people need to eat dinner. There's still plenty of people in this city that are going to go out to eat dinner. They're going to go out and watch the Oaks. Like, stop crying about this. Like,
They're not all
there's a
maniacs.
million people that just live in this city, just Louisvillians. And then you add in everybody that's going to Derby. You're going to be fine. There's people that are still going to come to your restaurant. Stop crying about it.
But there were
Stop
restaurants
crying
that didn't even open for dinner. Like they
because they
completely shut
wanted to
down.
whine and cry. They cried and they closed their doors like little babies. Keep your doors open, and guess what? You probably had some people roll through. They didn't even want to try it.
They, they did the Notre Dame football. They took their ball and went home.
They did. They cried about it and they whined about it. They didn't. Woohoo! They just decided not to even try to open the doors. Maybe why don't you keep your doors open, see how it goes, and then maybe next year you make a different decision.
I don't
They didn't even
disagree
try
with
it.
that. I think it's a good point.
Right.
But to be fair, everybody's not maniacs like we are and heading to another bar as soon as everything's over or heading to dinner. Like, that's a long day. Most people are probably going home. But I do agree with you. Leave your doors open.
Yes.
Don't say we're closing because we're pissed off and there's no chance for you to come.
Thank you. But also, like, if you're coming from out of town, like, let's say you're coming from California, you're coming from New York, or I mean, there's people that come up from overseas. They come from Britain or the Netherlands or whatever. You're probably going, if you're at Oaks, you're probably going to Derby too. So you're probably, maybe don't stick around for the 8:30 Oaks because not a lot of people really care a lot about the Oaks. Like, they do, but it's not even anywhere close to as big as the Derby. And then the numbers show that when there's 24 million people watching the Derby, and there's only 2 million watching the Oaks. So these people will probably go to the track. They go to the track.
500,000. Then 500,000 was the previous high for watching it.
Right. So these people will go to the track at noon or 1 o'clock like we did. They'll stay for a little while, and then they will leave and get on with their evening and come back to the track the next day. So there's probably, I think there was less people at Oaks at Post at 8:30, but that was to be expected. But I'm not buying the whole restaurant industry boohooing and crying over it because people will still leave and go to dinner.
I think that
you're not eating chicken fingers at Oaks.
No. I think the two people it affected the most to me are the people that are going to Oaks and going to Derby. Because that's like the first, you're probably not getting to first post for Derby Day, but that's 11 a.m. and you have an 8:40 Oaks.
It's hard to do the back no matter when the times
That's
are.
why I think they leave Oaks early. I think those people are the ones that are leaving early, which then they're going to dinner and they're going home or going to their hotels or their parties.
The people going to the galas. It's the people that are doing the double and the people that are going to the galas because, yes, Oaks is a cool race. It's a great thing. But if you're paying thousands of dollars to be at these galas, you're going to go to the gala.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. But also, if there's 5 times as many people watching it on television, doesn't that bring more awareness to it? And now more people might eventually go to the Oaks? Like, the number this year for the attendance was 103,290, which was up last year where it was almost 101,000. But a year ago, that was the smallest Oaks Day crowd this century. And the most ever at attendance was 2016, where it was almost 125,000. So you're talking 20,000 less people than this year, or 20,000 less than this year's attendance is the record. So, I mean, if more people were watching on TV, will eventually more people start coming to the Oaks again? Like, is that what they're hoping for, or they just want the TV money?
Both.
I think, yeah. I mean, I think the problem is too, when did they implement mainly all inclusive for Oaks? I feel like because that probably priced a lot of people out.
The price of Oaks has probably tripled or quadrupled since they did that, which I think 100% is going to hurt your attendance. There's no doubt about it. But
I mean,
I don't know. I kind of like it. I like going the later time because we got out. We didn't get there. We got out there at 1:30 and past Oaks. First race is at 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, we'll be getting up at 8 and, you're rushing to the track. You're trying to get there. Those first couple of races, they put them real close together. I mean, race 1, 2, 3, they're running through them until you get to about race 4, 5, or 6, and then they start spacing them out. But those early races, they start bunching them up, and you're trying to get there to see some horse racing.
I don't think most people are like us, though.
What do most people like?
Like, I think most people would like to get there at like 11 and not be there till 9 o'clock. Like, I think we're in the minority. We're maniacs.
I think, like, I'll say this from somebody who wasn't there. It looked great on TV. It got a good audience. Okay. My question is there a happy medium? Can the NBC coverage start at 7 and Oaks go at 7:40? Like, because the end of the day, NBC didn't come on the air till 8. It's not like they were on
under the lights. And I think they wanted it to be under lights.
Yeah.
No.
Wagering was up big time on Oaks Day. I think it was up 18%, $89 million.
Whew.
Bet on Oaks Day. Here's my question. Was Oaks, I mean, it was a practice run to see how this worked in primetime for Derby eventually.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'll tell you why in a second. No, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, is there a chance that they just wanted to practice it on Oaks? They'll move Derby to primetime and then eventually move Oaks back to where it was?
Is 7:02 not primetime? What is primetime?
It's 4 o'clock on the West Coast, so I'm going to go.
But on Saturday, NBC always rolls into NBA playoffs or NHL, and you're not pushing that back till 10 o'clock.
Well,
I think
that's another thing, too, I think we need to talk about, is the way they quickly went to the NBA playoff game. When people have been watching Derby all day, and you're cutting away that quick after the race, where I think people want to see the post-game festivities. It's a big part of it.
Did they switch it over to like NBC Sports?
Yeah, I think
probably on Peacock.
You're right. It was probably Peacock.
But there's just no way they're going to push Derby that late to Oaks time of 8:30 or 8:40.
I don't think.
I would say no way.
It's going to ruin your program. It's going to you can't put anything on after it.
I think that NBC goes on air at 2:30 on Derby Day. They're on.
They went, and it felt like it was earlier this year. Did you?
They were on 2:30 and posted until 7, so they're on for a long time. When you're only going on 40 minutes before the Oaks post, I really don't think you're going to push Derby back because Neil's right. There's going to be a 7:30, 7:45 NBA game that they're going to go to.
But if they're getting $24.5 million at 7 o'clock, you don't think there's a chance that they want to see what they can get at 9?
Not if there's a Game 7 Celtics and Sixers
but then,
to play.
Like you stay, like you run the race at 9 o'clock, you stay with post game till 10. They could do that. They could figure out content. Like the numbers right now for this horse race, which horse racing is declining across the country. in every other race except for this race, and it continues to grow.
Even the Breeders' Cup's declining?
Yes, the viewership for the Breeders' Cup is declining.
Okay.
This is the Derby is an absolute outlier. But this race right now it's getting more viewership than the college basketball title game, than the World Series, than the NBA playoffs. Pretty much everything except for college football, the Super Bowl, the Olympics, and other like one-off events. Those are the only events that are getting more viewership than the Kentucky Derby. And it's ran at 7:00. After they saw the success of what it did with the Oaks, I think it's the next step.
But your biggest thing is Derby's on a Saturday. I don't think moving it back on an hour on Saturday is going to make a difference.
Why do you think there would be more people watching Derby at 8:30 than there would be at 7?
I do. So do you think they did the Oaks just to see if they could get more? Like that was the only reason?
Absolutely. 1,000%.
See, to me, there's a part of like it's a test run for the Derby.
No, it is, as Matt said, it's on a Saturday. Like Derby, like you're not 4:00 on the West Coast. Who cares? Nobody's working. Like you're having a Derby party. I think 7:00. That 7:02 post time is the sweet spot on a Saturday,
and that could be the case.
I just don't think you're going to get any more. If you get more, I think you might actually get less at 8:30. But if you get any more, it's not going to be a significant amount more. I wouldn't try to mess with it. I wouldn't try to mess with it at all. Don't mess with it. It's great. We just talked about how well it's doing. Don't mess with it.
Yeah. I bet part of the reason why they went late on Friday was NBC said, we can get you on NBC, but we can't start till 8. Like, because they've got their nightly news and all that
Nightly
stuff.
news,
like all that stuff.
News.
Yeah. Like Saturday doesn't matter. NBC's on at 2:30 for the Derby coverage. I guarantee you, if NBC said that they could do it at 7, they'd probably do it at 7 on Friday. But NBC was like, we can't do it till 8, and Churchill was like, sure.
Yes, I agree 1,000%.
No, I mean, look, the thing that I laid out is there a chance that the Oaks can move back and the Derby would move up? I do think eventually the Derby could go later. I just think there's a possibility. The Oaks is never moving again.
Mm-mm. The restaurant owners have to get over it.
You might move to like 8. If you can move it to 8, make
they
it
want it under lights.
Earlier.
It's like, I mean, we were standing there. It really wasn't. It wasn't pitch dark at 8:40.
No, it wasn't. No, it's not. I mean, it's not going back. It'll never go back to 5:30 like it was.
The Derby week handle. Has anybody looked up the number for the week? What I said, it was 89 for the Oaks Day.
Yeah,
it was up 3.5 or 3% from last year. $487 million.
This is the week, or this is the week?
The week.
Is that Saturday to Saturday, or is that Tuesday to Saturday?
I think it's Tuesday to Saturday.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. You contributed a significant amount of that too, didn't you?
Do what?
Said you contributed a nice amount of chunk of change to that number now, didn't you?
That's why you might be seeing me in a different location next week for the show.
You sit in his car.
The crowd on Derby Day was 150,415, which was up a little bit from the year before. I mean, heck, the record for Derby is 170, so they're 20 off. I mean, I think they've just priced some people out. I think you're all right.
You're pricing people out of the infield now.
I can't imagine. I don't even know what is it? Back in our day, it was $60, $70. Now it's got to be
40. It was 40.
I think it's $160 now for the infield, and you can't go to the paddock anymore. You used to be able to go to the paddock. You can't go to the paddock.
You can't do that. Yeah.
Well, also, and everything's not all inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, it's not in the infield at all.
Yeah, right. So you pay $160, and then you're buying drinks.
Yeah.
So you're spending, like, I don't know what the cheapest ticket you can get is to not be in the infield at the Derby, but I'd say at least 1,000, right? 1,000 plus.
They have those.
No, they have paddock passes. Like if you go to Costco, did you see Costco? Yeah, for $699, you got a 3-day walk-around pass for Derby, Oaks, and Derby.
And does that include all-inclusive?
It does, yes. It got you to the front side of the track, like basically where the paddock is. You don't have a seat, So you're just basically walking around the track, but you're on the side that, yes, you do get the food and the beverages.
And I think down around the final turn, there's grandstands. There's not boxes. There are grandstands down there that I think they sell. That it's
Yeah.
still all inclusive, but you
Yeah.
don't have like you don't have to get a box. You don't have to get 6 seats.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably looking
Well,
at $300 maybe.
Yeah.
so, I mean, basically, buying an infield ticket is really just not that smart,
No.
to be honest.
Unless their kids are smarter and have come up with even more creative ways to sneak in booze like we did.
Well, I think it's tougher,
It's a lot tougher.
Mhm.
and I
Well,
mean,
maybe you should get to
we
figure
were
it out.
creative with it. We were carving out holes in loaves of bread.
Sandwiches.
Girls
Yeah.
were taking their Ziploc bags full of
Yeah.
alcohol to their bodies.
You're
What else did we do?
super
We were
gluing
super
2-liter
gluing
tops.
2
2-liter
liters
tops.
back together. But I mean, back then we were able to bring tents in and chairs. We'd get up there so early. We'd set up. We'd have our spot.
Yeah.
I mean, you looked at the infield on Friday. There's
It's
hardly nobody in there,
No, this was empty.
and I mean, I'm sure it was pretty crowded for Derby Day. But I mean, you just look at these numbers alone. Like the smart thing to do financially is to just buy those $300, $600 tickets that you are talking about, and then you
Yeah.
get free food and drink.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. The week goes by fast, but I think the Tuesday Friday strategy as far as going was perfect because it
I would
gives you
agree
2
with that.
days of rest. And there's no way in the world I was going on Saturday or I was going on Wednesday.
God. Well, you talked about no other horse races really comparing and numbers are down except for the Derby.
Mhm.
Like there's a pathway for the Preakness and Belmont to get big numbers, and it requires these owners to run their damn horses.
Yep.
And that's what we're going to talk about is who's running the Preakness. We don't know, but you got to run the horses.
Mhm.
Like people will tune in if Golden Tempo is running. If Golden Tempo is not running, guess what? Nobody's watching because nobody cares.
Nobody. And it's been a problem, for the last 6 years?
1,000%.
And we didn't even get into our draft. Do we need to get into it? Like
Did I win?
your top
Did I
horse
win?
scratched. Did you still win because of that?
I don't know. Who did I have?
I had a bunch of middle pack guys.
I had Denon Bourbon.
You had Denon Bourbon and Wallaby.
Chief. Yeah. I had what?
So if we just
Two of the
counted
top
our top
five?
2, if
Two
we
of the
just
top
counted our
five?
top 2
Yeah.
because Puma scratched,
Yeah.
I had Renegade in second, but I mean, where did Further Ado finish?
Further back.
Yeah, further back.
All
And then
3 of mine were top 10 because I had Commandment, Market,
Further
and,
Ado finished 11th. Emerging
Incredible.
Market was 10th.
And then Commandment, Incredible was what, 6, 7?
6, 7.
So I think if you do the top 2, Neil gets it. You can't do all 3 because Neil had a last scratch.
Yeah, I agree. And
Nick,
plus,
didn't you have scratch too?
I had full effort to scratch too, and I
Yeah.
replaced it off air. But I mean, Renegade was second. If you said Further Ado was what, 11?
Further Ado finished 11th.
So that's 13 for me. If you wanted to do it that way.
Yeah. I would be 9 would be my combined.
See how good our
I'll take
math
it.
is on the spot. You
I'll take
don't
the
beat
victory.
that, do you, Matt?
No, because I'm 6, 7, so I'm 13.
Well,
I'll take the victory.
Yeah, you'll give it to Neil.
Give Neil the roses.
We're a
I mean-
handicap over here.
I mean, he was the one that said Golden Tempo, keep him around. So I really do think that you can get Tempo by proxy.
Thank you.
And I mean, and he was more on Denon Bourbon than the other two too, than both
Yeah.
of us. So, all right, I'll give respect when it's due,
Thank you.
and it is due. We talked about the Preakness.
I'd say I want to before we totally go off the Derby.
Okay.
I am very pun intended. I am so happy that I was right about So Happy. Everyone kept talking about So Happy, and I'm like, why are we talking about this horse?
Well,
And
I
mean,
think a lot of it was the sentimental story. I really and his name.
And the name. Well, yeah, the
Yeah.
name. People bet the name.
I mean, I was just like, I mean, keep throwing money on it. It's great, but I was like, there's no way. And they were talking like they ran him like Mike Smith had him up front pretty much the whole race. And that probably wasn't the smartest choice, but
that's what I think a lot of handicappers love about the Derby and these races that are getting bet by people that don't normally bet is because stuff like that happens. I mean, what was Portnoy's horse in the Oak?
Lovely Gray.
Lovely Gray
Like got way over bet.
Yeah.
Way over bet.
Yeah.
And like if you know even a little bit, you can take advantage of that. And look, you were right on that. You just weren't right on other things, and that's why you didn't hit. But
yeah,
being right on something helps you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Neil, I actually do think it helped that the Puma didn't run for you, because if those rumors about Taylor Swift and Kelsey owning stake in it, those would have hammered the odds.
That's also true. You're right.
The Swifties would have been
a 1-to-1 favorite.
How does that rumor come to be?
I don't know.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere too. Like leading up to I hadn't really heard anything about it until a few days before the race.
Well, because the drama was up until he scratched was who was going to walk with the horse, because I think they might have owned enough of a share where they're making the walk rather than the actual owners. So it would have been a madhouse. It would have been nuts. But I think for Neil's sake, I mean, I would have loved to see what the odds would have been. Because if So Happy could get to 5-1, a Swiftie horse might.
Wild.
Yeah,
I think he would have been. I think he probably. I mean,
2-1.
Was Renegade at post time? Was it Renegade 5-1?
4.5.
4-1.
4.5.
They were like Renegade,
Commandment,
So Happy. Were all just right there. Like
I think the Puma would have been right there with them. Yeah.
And one other thing we got to do before we go to Preakness is it's the second time in 3 years that the same jockey has won the Oaks and the Derby, as
the double.
Jose Ortiz did it with Always a Runner, and obviously Golden Tempo. I mean, Brian Hernandez did it just 2 years ago with Torpedo Anna and Mystic Dance. So before that, it had been all the way back to 2009 when Calvin Borel rode the rail with Rachel Alexandra and Mind That Bird. So that's another thing too. Like, just bet who won the Oaks, and you win this race.
Yeah,
there's just so many angles.
Sound strategy.
There's so many angles.
I mean, if you imagine thinking about having your top 3 horses that are ridden by Jose Ortiz, Irad Ortiz, and Tyler Gaffleone, and it paid out 5,000 to 1 or whatever it was. Like those 3 jockeys coming 1, 2, 3 paid out that much.
Yeah, and Gaffleone didn't have a ride. Right? Like he picked up that ride late.
Oh, yeah, right. Who was he on? Was he on
I think he was on Full Effort.
He was on Full Effort.
Yeah. I don't know. Like there's just and my dad does this pool where he has like 20 people where they all pick 3 horses, and then they throw these these tries together with 5 horses. They do a bunch of like $24 bets. Me and him, without even talking to each other, were the only ones that put Golden Tempo in our tickets. And I did it because of Neil, and I was like, he might hit the try, and he's a number. And we never even talked about it until afterwards. He's like, we were the only 2 that even mentioned Golden Tempo. I was like, well, why didn't we talk about that? We probably could have bet on him. Just...
My wife was smart enough to buy Golden Tempo.
We could do this all day.
Dude. My wife was smart enough to buy Golden Tempo in the Andrew Storm Derby Party auction. For her share, she put in $13. She split it, so they bought the horse for $26 and won $790 out of it.
Oof. So like, what's the favorite going for that? In that,
the favorite. So Renegade was bought solo by Adam Field for like $80.
Okay.
In Commandment, Adam, Joe and I split Commandment. We went in for 80 something on Commandment, but we split it, so 40 something each.
So you're talking about a fourth of the price, almost third of the price.
Yeah. So yeah, the overall pool was 700, and I think it was like 790.
Oof.
So her share of $15 ended up paying $370 something. So all because the as you would call her, Cherie Devaux. The females wanted to buy the female trainer, and it paid out. It worked for them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad some females did that because.
No, I've got a story there too. I was locked in on all the prep races this year. I was tuned into all of them. I didn't get anything. Hannah's like, I like the storyline. I'm putting a couple bucks on Golden Tempo. So
So at least your family won some money.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We won't be homeless.
Man,
We won't be homeless
both
like
of
you.
y'all. Both of y'all. I got nothing. I got nothing. And I am not betting until Preakness Day.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I remember last year I bet the Black Eyed Susan Day, and it was just awful odds like the whole day. It was a lot of 1-1, 4-5, 3-5. It just was. I might do the Black Eyed Susan race, and then bet on Preakness Day.
Yeah. Well, I probably actually will do that, but
I do have
part of
$35 of wagering bonuses I need to use in the next week, so I got to see if I can try and keep that stuff
Dude, I
alive.
don't even have any of those. And like normally I'm betting the last 2 races on Churchill. I didn't even look. I was done. I was done.
I had 4 straight second place finishes in the middle of on Saturday. Like the middle of the stakes races, I was just second place, second place, second place, second place.
Do we need to talk about these CAWs real quick?
Yes. The T.O. Elvis thing is wild.
So Neil, do you know about this?
Yeah, those are the basically the computers that come in last minute and put a bunch of money on it and drive the odds down right after basically as the gates are opening.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's one specific race on Saturday, then the T.O. Elvis race. I don't remember what race number it was.
I think it was race 8.
But he was like a 30-1 morning line, right?
31 morning line. They were walking into the gates, and I want to say it was Randy Moss or what. One of the guys said, "Hey, T.O. Elvis is pretty live. You're getting a good price, 12-1." And then comes through and finishes. And then I think it was Tarico right away goes, "Whoa, 5-1. What happened there?" And then they started talking about it just live on the air, be like, "Oh yeah, it's a big topic of conversation." And Nick, you sent the screenshot. It was what 300 or 400,000 that was bet in that last second, or
Yes,
something
in the
like
last
that.
second. Right before you can't, you know how you bet you've been late before, and
Yeah.
it's just like, nope, too late, bro. Like these computers know exactly when to pounce, and they've got it set,
Yep.
and they put 300,000 plus on this horse at the last second.
And Churchill's giving them a bunch of rebates and stuff. They're incentivizing them to do this.
And it's just crushing us normal people. Like you actually get one right. You think in a $10 bet, you think you're about to make over 120 bucks. And instead you're making just over 50.
There is a law that they've been talking about that it has passed in Kentucky. And I think we're the 5th state to do it that will go into effect in July of locked odds, like fixed odds. So whatever you bet it at, it gets locked, just like sports betting. So if you're betting something you're taking the Sixers at 6.5 and the line moves, you're still getting them at 6.5. So that's the same with horse racing that will eventually go in. So something like this won't happen. Like you'll get.
And also if you want to compete with sports betting, which everybody's used to their odds being once they get them, that's what they got. And you want people to bet horse racing that aren't really that familiar with it, and they bet a horse that's 12-1 when it leaves the gate, and then your final is 5-1. There's going to be a lot of people. Well, I'm done with that.
Yeah, no,
right?
It is changing.
I mean, just think about it. And Neil, you had a pick 5 this week. Imagine if you had that in your pick 5, and how much of a difference that would have made in your payout.
Oh, it's
going from 12-1 to 5-1 on a pick 5.
Difference.
Like,
yeah,
come on,
huge difference.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know like the ins and outs of it. I think it affects like single race wagers more than it does like your exotic, like your pick 4s and your pick 5s, but it still has to affect them a little bit.
The biggest thing it affects are the exactas. I've seen I saw a bunch of people because I clicked on a couple on my For You page, and now they're all over the place of how it nukes some exactas by like 50-60%, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean
that's stupid.
It's already impossible to win. And then when you actually get one right and you just see your winnings drop more than half after the gates are opened, that's a tough one, and it's going to turn a lot of people off on the game, maybe forever.
I mean, it is. I mean, the money bet by the common person is going down, which is why Churchill wants these CAWs.
Yeah.
They're putting money into the pool.
You saw you went. Let's go back to Tuesday when we were all there. There were not really great odds in those races at all.
No, bunch of
Because
favorites, we still weren't hitting them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, all that too. Because the CAWs are just knocking them down. So even if you think you get something at 3-2, it's going off at 3-5, and you're like, well,
Yeah.
I
those are
won
really
a
bad
couple
odds.
bucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. I mean, look, there's a strategy to it, and I want to be good at it, which is why I love doing it and why I can handle losing a couple hundred if I have to during Derby week, just because I enjoy it. And I want to try to solve the puzzle. Like, it's different than like in watching other sports, you don't get all these numbers on a page and try to figure out who's going to win, right? So that's a part of it I enjoy, but I don't feel like everybody's like that, and you just don't want simple things like that that are gonna turn people away. When betting is so accessible for everything now, like, it's not just horse racing. Almost pretty much everybody in the country can bet on whatever they want, whenever they want,
Mhm.
and I horse racing, obviously, the numbers wagered for Derby week are fine, but it's the other 51 weeks of the year
Yeah.
that are dropping pretty exponentially. And I do think fixed odds will help that.
Yes.
Yeah. Because if you know you can lock in your price, it'll keep the casuals around. And you don't have to worry about what it's going to go off at if the CAWs get on it.
Yeah.
Will we see any horses that ran in the Derby run in the Preakness?
Nope. Nope.
Because I think there's a good chance we won't.
You don't think tempo runs?
No. All right, this is probably a really dumb question. Is Preakness just a little bit shorter than the Derby, or is it the same length as the
It's
Derby?
shorter.
3/16.
Yeah.
Okay. And Belmont, Belmont's still
Belmont's a
Derby,
mile and a half.
but
But-
we're still at Saratoga, right?
We're still at Saratoga, and
Oh.
are we at Laurel this year?
We're at Laurel Park in front of 4,800 people
Yeah,
for the
we're at
Preakness.
Laurel
Oh,
this
I
year.
forgot about that.
4,800 people. Preakness is a joke.
So is the Preakness short, or do they keep the 3/16ths even at
No, I
Laurel?
think they're keeping the 3/16.
Because I know when Belmont's been at Saratoga, it's the Derby
It's
length. It's the
It's
Derby
been
length.
a mile and a quarter. Yep.
Yeah, it hasn't been the mile
Which
and a
honestly, I
half.
kind of hate that.
Oh yeah, because
But
think
they
about
don't run mile and a half at Saratoga, so they don't.
yeah. Well, if you think about it, last year, if you were at Belmont, Baeza would be a perfect horse at a mile and a half. The way Baeza was coming at the end, it's a perfect Belmont horse, but they were at Saratoga.
Yeah, it's annoyed me the last couple. Like, I love it being in Saratoga, and I want to. I obviously, it's one of the most historic tracks in the country. I want to go there, but it changes it to me because it changes the distance. Like, it's just not. It's not the same.
Yeah.
And it's already not the same because it's not at Belmont. But at least make the distance the same.
Yeah. I would agree.
But dude, I think there's a really good, and not just the Derby winner. Like, nobody. Like, usually there's at least 2 or 3 horses that make the quick turnaround and get there in 2 weeks. Like, I think Great White is pointing there.
Which makes sense.
After
Yeah.
it's scratched.
I have my Preakness winner already.
Who is it?
Crude Velocity. It's Baffert's favorite 3-year-old horse.
Well, that horse just ran, right? On the weekend, too.
But he didn't run in the Derby. He ran in the Pat Day Mile, right?
But it's still the 2 weeks. It's the same damn 2 weeks.
Yeah, but running in the Pat Day Mile on the turf.
It's different. I guess it's less strenuous.
It's less strenuous than the Derby, and Baffert was talking that horse up like crazy. So I'm assuming it's going to run. Maybe it's not going to run. But if Crude Velocity's in the Preakness, put in your tickets. Because it ran away from Kingsman, and Kingsman's a really good horse.
Well, also, if nobody's going from the Derby, then just send Golden Tempo and go win the damn thing when there's nobody that good in the field.
Yeah. I'd agree.
Just go run. Just go win the damn thing.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, y'all, we have to change. Like, I get it. It's history, right? It's the way it's been. But do we have to, like, they're going to change it here in it won't go into place next year, right?
I thought it was going in.
Yeah,
I thought it was next year.
Yeah, Churchill, like, this is the last. Yeah, Churchill bought it starting for next year. Yeah.
So then we would move it to what, the first Saturday in June?
No, I think it just moves back one more week.
Okay, 1 week.
But I think I saw
What do
this
you do with the
tweet.
Belmont?
I think you also move it the
You have
same.
to push it back too, because
For a
then you'd
week?
be in the same situation.
Right, because you go from 3
You-
weeks to 2 weeks instead of 2
Mhm.
weeks to 3 weeks.
Right.
I saw this tweet and I love it. I feel like, and again, because all the old timers are going to say, well, if you win the Triple Crown, it's not going to be the same anymore. But if no one runs to
Oh,
the Triple Crown, who cares?
yeah.
It's not the same.
I think you should have the major races to start every month. Derby's the first week of May. Preakness
Right.
is the first week of June. July is the Belmont.
Well, July 4th weekend for the Belmont.
I'm good with it.
I mean,
I think it's perfect.
come on.
4th
Then
of
I think it's
July weekend for the Belmont. Hell yeah.
You've got to figure out a way to get the horses that people are familiar with in these
Mhm.
races.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you do that, then you can have Breeders' Cup preps in August, and then Travers don't have it the last week of August, have it Labor Day weekend. You're telling me you could have Belmont 4th of July weekend, Travers Labor Day weekend, and
Yeah.
it gets more people into horse racing because it's the first weekend of the month. We got a big race going on. Where are we at? What are we doing?
You imagine like having your buddies over, you're having a little 4th of July cookout, everybody's having a good time, a little pool party, and a Triple Crown's on the line. Everybody's gonna be tuned into that.
Well, but here's the thing too. Like, if say Renegade and Golden Tempo ran in the Preakness, and Renegade wins this time, but even then, if you're bringing them back for Belmont and
Rematch.
you're seeing them run for Part 3,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like who
rematch.
can win? Like
Yeah.
that's still gonna bring people. Like you
Correct.
need these horses to run in all 3 legs.
Yes.
Mhm.
And if you did it a month apart, I think they would do that. And I used to be one of these people that said, "Yeah, you can't screw it. Screw the history. Like it's boring. Nobody wants to watch this Preakness race with nobody in it at Laurel Park. Let's get these
Laurel
let's
Park.
get these tracks fixed and get them ready.
Yeah.
And once Pimlico is good to go, once Belmont is good to go, I'm 100% on board with Matt's idea. Let's go first week of May, first week of June, first week of July, and let's do this forever.
You're
And it
telling
would
me
change horse racing.
the new Belmont with all the suites and all everything, and you tell them it's a 4th of July weekend and a big fireworks show after. I mean, come on. It's a
That's sick.
no-brainer.
That's sick.
And the Belmont is so reliant on the fact that they need a Triple Crown effort. Like they're obviously their big sell, but if you've got all the horses running in all the races, you're not going to need that as much. Like it would still help, obviously, if you've got that chance.
I
but-
would argue the Preakness needs it more. Who gives a crap about the Preakness
Yeah.
if you don't have a Triple Crown runner? Like,
Well, that used to never be a problem, but now it's a problem
Yeah.
every single year.
Yeah, it's more of a problem for the Preakness because a lot of these horses could come. I mean, we've seen in the past couple of years they skip the Preakness and just go straight to the Belmont.
Mhm.
Saying didn't Sovereignty win the Belmont last year?
Yeah.
Skipped the Preakness, came back to the Belmont.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I would expect to see some of these horses in that Belmont race, but like you said, the Preakness is just going to be dead.
because I think Commandment and Wallaby already shipped up to Saratoga, right? I think I saw that,
I'm
or
not
some of
sure.
I think some horses have already gone straight to Saratoga.
They're already ready to go. God.
Well, I mean, they're here 4 weeks prior to the Derby getting ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, dude, if there's not a single Derby horse running at Laurel
bad.
Park,
That's so bad.
like what is the viewership going to be on NBC for that one?
I don't know, but now that Churchill's got control of it, I think going into next year they're going to fix it.
All right, here's
they'll fix it.
will it be fewer than the Oaks NBC numbers on Friday night?
No.
I mean, there's no pageantry. It's a completely different track. Like you don't have any runners running that are in the Derby. Do you think there's no chance that it's smaller?
I think it's still a Saturday. I think you
Saturday,
get
yeah.
enough people that even if you're just like, because I think the biggest thing of like if you have it on a weekend, is people will turn it on their TV. They might not be actively watching, but they'll turn it on. Whereas like Friday nights, you're out doing stuff. Like you're more likely to be out on a Friday than you are on a Saturday,
I
and
think
that'll
it's
it'll get more.
I think it probably will, but the numbers aren't going to be good.
I forgot it was at Laurel Park. Oh my gosh.
4,800 people. It's already sold out. 4,800 people.
I would hope it's sold out. If it's
Yeah.
not sold out, we got problems.
Like you're going from 150,000 or whatever we called it, the Derby, to 4,800.
Dude, there's more people at Louisville Kings games.
That's
Well,
a
yeah.
fact, not opinion.
It's more people at Louisville Bats games.
I
Some,
don't know about that right now.
some weekends maybe. I
That
don't
might
know.
be a stretch.
Well, hey, the Louisville humidity jerseys will be out there. There'll be 4,800 people
God.
out there.
No, like on Fridays and Saturdays, yes.
Yeah.
There's more. But I have 40 are tickets expensive? Like secondary market? Like do people even care? Like
Is there even an infield? I don't know.
I don't know.
Let me see what's on
Is it
StubHub
just there
right
one
now.
year?
I hope so.
I think so.
Okay.
Now, this year we were supposed to be at Belmont, right? And they needed another year to like it wasn't going to be ready in time because it was only supposed to be at Saratoga for 2, right? And this
I
is
think
the
it's
third year.
Yeah, it got pushed back, and it'll be back at Belmont next year.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't you sick of seeing Belmont at the Big A?
Yes.
Like, quit calling it. It's just Aqueduct.
Yeah, it's
Like, I
Aqueduct.
get it. It's Belmont's meat, but
All right. So there's like 5 sections that you could be in according to StubHub. Right now, your cheapest tickets are $497 in the section called Apron 1.
Golly.
Apron 1.
Apron 1. You're in the apron. And then there's Tycoons level 1, which is about 1,000.
Awful.
How far? It's 30 minutes away from Baltimore.
Screw it. Just run it back at Churchill.
Right? Like, if you're only going to get 4,000 people in there, like, what's the point?
Run it back at Churchill.
Do it at Churchill and split it 50-50 between whatever Baltimore Racing Association and Church, split the pot.
If Churchill would have bought the Preakness prior to this already happening in Laurel, I bet this probably would have happened.
At Churchill. That is
Heck,
true.
put it at Keeneland before you put it at Laurel Park.
Dude,
yeah.
That would actually be awesome.
That's what they should have done, was put it at Keeneland. Maybe if Keeneland wasn't hosting Breeders' Cup, not that it's close, but I mean, that would have been great. I love Keeneland.
But and we talk about how horse racing is struggling everywhere, except for the Derby. But Keeneland sells out every single day.
Keeneland spring meet was great. I kept seeing posts of racing's not dead in Keeneland.
Yeah. It sells out every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, Churchill doesn't do that. They don't try.
No.
This is their week. This is where they're trying to sell it out.
It's impossible to sell out Churchill unless it's Derby.
Yeah. No, I get that.
It is so massive.
But still, outside of Derby week, Keeneland's average attendance is higher than Churchill's.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Anything else on the ponies?
No. Just remember crude velocity if it runs in the Preakness.
We were going to talk a little bit about expansion being official, going to 76 teams. Oh. Do you want to stay on here and talk about that, or you're too close to it, but you don't really feel like you should?
No, I think I can talk about it accurately enough.
Yeah.
We all agree it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's awful. So here on the men's side, these are the games we would have saw last year if we would have expanded. Arizona State versus California. Bobby Hurley got fired because they were terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma State versus Virginia Tech. Indiana versus Oklahoma. Indiana couldn't win a game the last 2 months of the year. Auburn, San Diego State, and then SMU, Miami, and the two that actually did happen. And then they're going to make it to where all 16s have to play to see a 1, which Neil and I have talked repeatedly about how much we hate 16s having to play another 16 to get to face a blue blood.
So there's going to be more of that?
Yeah, there's all 4. Every single one of the 16s are going to play each other.
That's terrible.
And then there's going to be even two 15s that I think have to play each other to play it too.
No,
those are your conference champions. They're in. You don't have to play each other.
Yeah, don't screw them over.
We couldn't agree more.
If you're gonna do this, it needs to be bubble teams and bubble teams only.
100%.
Miami of Ohio versus Auburn. Just have it like that. Like the teams that are barely getting in. If you're a conference champion, you should be playing in the round of 64 and no sooner than
1,000%.
I agree 1,000%, and they've earned the right for that. Mm-hmm. But also, I don't think people really want to watch two 16s play each other.
No.
So, I'm sorry to say that. but they don't.
No.
So nobody wants to watch it, and they've already earned their way in the tournament. Let them play Duke.
Yes.
Let them play Michigan and Arizona.
Yeah, it's like the thrill of a lifetime for these kids to play in those games against Dukes and Michigan States and Louisvilles and Kentuckys and Carolinas. Like they've earned it, but like they're not getting the full tournament experience.
100%. They're not on the court with those guys. They're even like the pregame stuff that they get to be a part of with the one on the other side is just stuff they'll remember forever. That's what, like, you didn't do this when you're at conference tournament to play another 16.
No.
And now all 4 of them are going to have to win a game. Like, yeah, everybody's like, well, they get to win a game. Well, one of them does. The other one doesn't.
Yeah.
And are you going to be excited to watch Arizona State and California play basketball?
No. It's not going to be good. It's just not.
It's just like, it's all TV, man. It's the same thing as with the Oaks at 8:40. It's all TV. And they don't care if the game sucks because they get more avid inventory.
Yeah, because
And-
all you're doing is you're going to be going from complaining about team 68 versus 69.
Yep.
Then you're going to be complaining about team 76 and 77. And you're going
But
to say,
there's
oh,
gonna-
77 got screwed.
There's going to be teams with losing records.
Yeah.
At some
I think
point.
there's going to have to be.
At some point, there's going to be teams with losing records in this tournament.
There's definitely going to be teams with losing records in conference.
And I think you should be at 500 or higher to make it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like it's like a bowl
conference
game.
record. Yeah.
Like
Well,
I
you're
think
going
like,
to
it should be like,
spots then.
like if you're a conference champion, like you win your tournament and you have a losing record, you get in. But it should be like a bowl game. If you're not 6-6, you don't go to a bowl. If you're not 500, you're not getting into the tournament.
No, because what was it 2 years ago when you had like 6-12 Oklahoma in the SEC and they made it? Like, there's
Yeah.
no way. There's
Yeah.
no way.
I mean, Auburn was under 600 or under 500 in the SEC. They
Yeah.
would have got in here. I mean, we watched SMU play. How bad did they look? Like, they did not deserve to be in the postseason.
No, they
With
look bad
dealing
down
with
the
the
stretch.
injuries that they were dealing with.
Yeah.
They just were not a tournament team.
No.
And now they're in easy.
Yeah.
They're 6 clear. What, maybe more than that? What's 8 clear? Yeah, they're 8 clear.
Cal.
Good to
Cal
go.
being in the
Not
tournament.
even nervous on Selection Sunday.
Good Lord.
Is this the last time? Or does it keep getting bigger?
I don't know if you can, because then you have to change the format. Like, there's only so many games you can play early, right? Like, because you have to play these games on what, Tuesday or Wednesday? Like, you have to. So, like, how many games can you play on Tuesday and Wednesday
Yeah.
before you're changing the format of the whole
Yeah.
tournament?
Yeah.
Well, right now we have 4, right? There's 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday.
Yeah. So what does it
And now-
expand to now?
Now you're going to have
6
12.
on both, isn't it? And
You're
that's
gonna have
6 on
12.
both. Yeah.
You're going to have these 6 with at-larges, your 4 16s, and then your 2 15s.
Yeah.
So,
Your 6 games on Tuesday, 6 games on Wednesday.
well, they're not all going to be in Dayton anymore.
yeah,
No, I think there's going to be a West Coast site. I think it's one in Dayton. Dayton for sure is still going to host, but I think there's going to be a West Coast site, like maybe Vegas or something.
if there is one positive, hopefully the West Coast game is where they, like, whoever wins those goes to their West Coast.
Yeah.
Because the stories about winning the last game at Dayton at midnight and then having to go out to Portland or to LA, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
They always go on a run, though.
I know, which is wild. Those teams find a way.
There's always a team from Dayton that goes on a run.
Did they both lose in the first round this year? I know Miami of Ohio did.
No, who was the other game?
Was
Texas. Texas.
Texas.
Oh, Texas.
Well,
Yeah,
Texas.
Texas did go on a run. Yeah, Texas went on the run. Yeah. They sure did. On a buzzer
I
beater.
think
too.
when this starts, the run stop.
Yeah.
You're not going to see that anymore. My hot take.
Not even one of these teams?
I don't want it to happen, but
Like, I could still see a Texas going on a run. You're not
yeah,
gonna get the Californias going on a run, but you might still
No.
get the Texas going on a run.
well, they have no business playing a game. Like we've been dreading this for how many years? And we escaped by this year because we all thought it honestly was going to be this year.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be honest, you can be a bad basketball team and make the NCAA tournament,
Mhm.
which kind
Yeah.
of sucks. And like these schools like Arizona State, Oklahoma State, they don't have a ton of basketball tradition. Guarantee it's going up in the rafters.
Oh yeah.
NCAA tournament 2026, 2027. We're one of what is it? Is it 76 teams now?
Mhm.
Because they're adding 8, right? Yeah, the 8 at largest. I don't know. I hate it. Matt, you're wearing a Matt hat. What's that all about?
It is a bar in Omaha. It is called the Mattress Factory, but it is just the mat. And I was like, I feel like I need to buy this hat. And I love how it doesn't have anything else on there because people probably think I bought a hat with just my name on it, but it's an establishment in Omaha.
Well, I love it.
So, Matt, you're a Northeastern sports fan, right? Patriots, and are you a Celtics fan?
So I will be honest with this. I am not the biggest Celtics fan. I'll obviously tune in for the playoffs. If I'm given a choice, I'm more of a hockey fan than a basketball fan. So I'll watch a regular season Bruins game before I watch a regular season Celtics game.
Okay.
Huh. Well, your thoughts on Jaylen Brown's favorite season of his life, playing without Jason Tatum and getting bounced in the first round?
So essentially, on top of my Derby and Oaks unsuccessful weekend, I had my hockey team have their season end Friday night. I had my basketball team end their season Saturday, and you could say the Red Sox season ended too because they're just hot garbage right now. So I literally am just waiting until training camp right now. But Jaylen Brown, very good player, had a good season. Maybe don't say it's your favorite season ever when you won a title and you were finals MVP one year.
Like,
And
what's the
your
deal? Why does he
other
hate? Does
best
he hate
players
Tatum?
didn't even play?
Does he hate
Like,
Tatum?
I don't know if he hates Tatum, but I think he likes being the alpha number one option, which again, anybody would like that. But it's really hard to say that a first round exit when you blew I want to say it's the Celtics' first ever time they've lost a 3-1 series lead in franchise history in the playoffs.
I said, well, prior to that, it only happened 13 times in NBA history, and it's happened twice in the last 2 days. But yeah, it's not very often.
No, you don't want to be saying that.
no, it's just it's a stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
It's you get bounced, and like even if you want to be that guy, you don't say that when the best player on your team, like Tatum's better than Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
Right?
healthy,
He's your best
yes.
player.
Yep.
And when he's not on your team because he's hurt, you just can't say that this is my favorite year.
And it's tough too because Jalen played so well during the regular season. Like the reason the Celtics fans' expectations got higher was because of how well Jalen played, how the other role players stepped up, and everyone was looking fondly of like, oh man, this guy can do it. And it was basically thrown away in this last week when like we were coming back from Orlando. We're watching the Orlando airport. Tatum hits that three in Philly with like 20 seconds left. They go up 3-1. I'm like, all right, let's move on to the next series. And to blow a 3-1 series lead, I mean, like you can say, oh, well, Tatum wasn't out there. I go, well, they played with their food. They lost game 5 when they should have won at home. The crazy part about Boston sports is the Celtics won game 1 in the Garden. The Bruins went 0 for 3 in the Garden in their series, and the Celtics lost their last 3. So both teams went 1-6 at home. Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
I mean, I have no rooting interest, but I ain't gonna lie. Like I was pulling against them.
Fine.
Like I don't know. Like I don't know. And they don't even play Vucevic. Like what did they get him for? He don't even
That
play in game 7.
there was a lot of criticism of that, of like, you know, if you're going to trade for the guy, why is he not playing in game 7? And like, couldn't Anthony Simons have helped you in that spot?
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know, but Dude, I tried to jump on the Tampa Bay Lightning bandwagon because I need a hockey team. And, like, after the Olympics, I'm like, "Alright, let's go." They lose game 7, allowing and, like, the Canadians had the fewest amount of shots on goal in the history of the NHL. I just start watching it, and that's how my team gets bounced in game 7.
9 shots. 9 shots, and they
That's
won a game
insane.
7
And
game 7 on the road.
and did you see how the 3rd goal or the 2nd goal went in? Or what it was his 3rd
Yeah,
goal,
yeah,
right?
second, 'cause it
It
was
was
2
2
to
to
1.
1, right?
It's 2 to 1,
Yeah,
yeah.
2 to 1.
Mhm.
It from behind, Neil. Like, he's behind the goal and it hits the back of the goalie from behind and
Smart.
just bounces in.
It's all about angles.
Yeah.
It's all about
Yeah.
angles.
That's
It's
why
luck.
I'm one of the guys that
It's luck.
yells shoot the puck all the time because you never know what's gonna happen. Just get the puck on the net. You
Just
never know.
get it close there.
So
I
it's
don't know,
your
I did
fault.
have
So
fun
look, it's your
watching it.
fault that they're bounced, right?
Well, they've been bounced in the first round several years in a row, despite being a higher seed. So I don't think it's all my fault, but their record was pretty severely worse after I jumped on board. I will say that.
In the
But
hockey
I
team,
even know, like, a few players now, like, I'm gonna try to continue this next year.
hockey's fun. It's a good time.
Why are Canadian hockey teams so bad in playoffs?
Well,
That's-
one of them's not because they just bounced my squad.
No, but
It-
like they haven't. No team from Canada's won a Stanley Cup since '93.
That
And
is
for being a big
correct.
hockey country, and as much as they care about hockey up there and all the support that they get, why do they all suck?
It's a wonderful question, but it's great to always
Yeah,
bring up
it's true.
because
I agree. Hope
it's
they never win another one.
yeah. I mean, the Bruins beat Vancouver game 7 in Vancouver back in 2011. That was the closest a
Yeah.
Canadian team has gotten. I think they've only had one other team make the
I think the
finals
Flames
recently.
might have made. Didn't the Flames make the Stanley Cup one year, like in the 2000s?
Yeah. Oh well, I
I'm-
guess Edmonton made it in back-to-back years with McDavid, and they lost to the Panthers.
Oh yeah.
So you
yeah,
had
they did.
Edmonton in there. The
Yeah.
Canadians made it in the COVID year where they played. I forgot. Well, they had the all Canadian the playoffs. It was the all Canadian teams, and somehow the Canadians made it to the finals, but lost to your Lightning, Nick. You're big Lightning fan. Lost to
Yeah,
the.
I was there. I was big. It was an exciting moment in my life.
Good Lord.
How are the Reds doing? How are
Do
the
what?
Reds doing? How are the Reds
Hey,
doing?
not a great weekend.
No, we got swept by the Pirates. Watching tonight was good for a while. We were up 3-0, and then Seiya Suzuki just hit a 3-run bomb to tie it in the 4th. So we're tied 3-3 against the Cubs.
Atlanta Braves off to the best start in franchise history since like 1890s. 25-10. They were the Boston Bean Eaters.
The
But
Boston
Ronald
Beanie.
Acuna did just pull his hammy. He's on the IL for a little bit.
Yeah.
And Strider still does not look like old Strider yesterday.
Does he not have the velocity anymore?
I'm getting worried about it.
Because he's all speed. If he doesn't have the speed on his fastball, he doesn't have secondary pitchers that can help you out.
I mean,
there.
it also helps for the Braves that they're playing. You're in the worst division in baseball.
I
The
mean, that's
Phillies and
true.
the Mets are trash.
Yeah, they're playing two of the 4th and the 5th highest payrolls in baseball.
and
Who
they're
also have
awful.
2 of the worst records.
And they're
in
awful. And they're awful.
The Red Sox are like 6th in payroll, and they have the worst record. It's great. And Roman Anthony got hurt tonight. They won, but Roman Anthony got hurt. So Ranger Suarez left his start early yesterday. Roman Anthony just got hurt. Crochet's on the IL. Sonny Gray's on the IL. It's awesome over here. I love it.
We got any other sports we got to talk about before you want to do this? We'll just leave you on here. You're gonna play What Would Joe Do? You don't whether
Sure.
you like it or not.
I'm in.
Do we have a theme song for What Would Joe Do yet?
I gotta write one. I gotta get in the booth.
Okay.
Our buddy Juice, like we used to play this game, Matt, with him at work, where
Mhm.
we would predict what he was bringing to lunch
Ooh.
and what he would eat.
We would call it What's
So-
in Juice's lunch pail.
We would talk,
Okay.
what's his Juice's lunch pail, and I would sing the jingle, and it would go da 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 da. What's in Juice's lunch pail? And then
Mm.
we would say Juice has 3 items in his lunch pail,
Mhm.
and you would have to guess item one by one.
He
And you would
hated
be
it.
like ham sandwich, and Juice would look at you and go, eh. And then
He hated
and
it.
then yeah, he did hate it. We tried to get him to do it on the show, but
Mhm.
he's Juice. But I need so Joe's our buddy that comes up with these either or things. So I
Okay.
need a What Would Joe Do theme song. This one is you must pick one or the other for the rest of your life.
Mm.
Never taste food again. All food is tasteless. You still have to eat for nourishment, but you can't taste it. Or never hear music again. Anytime music is playing, all you hear is silence.
Mm-hmm.
I think to me, I think it's easy.
I got a clear one. Yep.
I think I've got a clear one too.
I would rather not hear music again.
Yep.
Ooh,
There is
I went
way
the other
more
way.
good food in this world than there is good music.
I went the other way.
Oh, that's bad.
I'm gonna be healthy as hell. Cause like I'm not tasting it anyways. I'm gonna be eating like kale greens, sardines, the healthiest food ever. And then I'm gonna go jam out at some concerts and listen to music in the car.
I just think you're eating food more in your life than you're listening to music.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. But there are many times in my life where I'm like, I'm hungry, but I don't know what the hell to eat. And if I could just take a pill and be full, I'd be fine with it. There are times where, like, look, I enjoy eating. I knew you all were both gonna say give up music. So I'm trying to go an alternate route. And like I do think that there would be benefits to food being tasteless. Like you really would eat healthy.
You would.
Like and I mean
But
I
don't
could
you
still
wanna
drink
taste
for
like
flavor.
you
I
don't
can
like
still drink for flavor. Right?
Is that cheating?
I mean, this says food. Like I don't think I would be able to do like a smoothie.
Yeah, because
No.
well,
But
there's a
you
lot
can't
of
do
gray
smoothie.
area.
A straight liquid. I think I could still drink beer.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Right?
Like what about a milkshake? Does milkshake count? Like, was that food?
I
Is
would
that a
go
drink?
milkshake's probably in the smoothie category because I can't eat ice cream.
I don't know. There's just a lot more good food in the world than there is good music. Like, you might go to one concert a year, so going to live music, not a big deal. And then if you're in the car, just flip on some sports talk radio.
Yep.
Well,
Podcasts. There's so many things you
Podcast,
can
sports
listen
talk
to.
radio.
Huh?
Whatever.
that's the obvious answer is look, I'm just going to listen to pods.
Mhm.
And
You do anyway.
just not go to concerts. But there's also think about this. How many songs do you love that you never can listen to again? Like it's not just new music. Like there's songs that mean a lot to you, I'm sure, right?
We'll never be able to sing
that have a
Gangster's
lot of
Paradise.
meaning in your life, and you're never going to be able to hear them again.
We'll never be able to sing Gangster's Paradise together again.
Yeah. How are we going to get chicks in Florida on vacation? I mean, that was a big strategy.
That was a big strategy.
Paris, we were up on the stage like it was an actual concert, an elevated floor. Like we're 4 feet up on the stage and had just like crowd around us. Like it felt like we were actually like
I
famous.
will say though, my answer probably would change if I was a single guy.
Okay, well, I'm a single
Because
guy.
like you can bond over music. I mean, you can bond over food too, I guess. But like
You
you
can
bond
bond
over
over
music.
food,
You
too.
go on a date. Like when you go on a date and you go out somewhere, there's probably going to be music involved somewhere.
Yeah.
Also, look, if your wife or your girlfriend can't cook, you don't even have to say anything. It's like this is delicious.
That's a great.
Now let's
point.
go listen. Let's go listen to some music.
That's a great point.
Right? She burns the casserole. Oh, it looks delicious, hon. Crush it.
Oh, that's a good point.
And then go bump some Parker McCullum. Or some George Strait. Or some M. Are you changing sides?
I'm coming more. Yeah, I'm starting to drift into the other lane here.
Are you holding strong, Matt?
Oh yeah, 100%. Look at me. I need to eat food.
Like, I'll be honest, there's very few times in my life where I eat something and I'm just like, damn, that was delicious. Like it I don't know. It's just, huh?
There's a lot of times.
Yeah.
I don't do that a lot.
Lamb chop. Give me lamb chop, steak,
seafood.
I would miss
seafood.
my mom's cooking, honestly, more than anything. Like, I don't know. When I go to restaurants, I'm never just like, that was out of this world. I can't wait till I do it again. It very rarely happens.
Well, it's because you guys have an IHOP with an Applebee's attached to it on the Dixie Highway. So your
not even
culinary
open
options
yet.
on the Dixie
It's not
are
even
not
open yet.
exactly the greatest thing ever. So, like, what are
I
we
drive
talking
to the
about here?
East End for your ass once or twice a
Golly.
week.
You got an IHOP connected to a Applebee's, and you're gonna sit there and say that, oh, it's not really like, well, no
Matt,
shit.
Well, here's
ask all of our friends where Neil's favorite place to go is, and guess what they're gonna say? Applebee's.
It's not.
And
I
now
haven't
he's
been to an
on here,
Applebee's in 10
just
years.
straight crushing it.
I haven't been to an Applebee's in legit 10 years.
But be honest, did you used to? Oh, I love Applebee's.
Applebee's was great back in the day. Dollar beers and boneless wings for like $5.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. When if you're going to Hoops or Twin Peaks, it's not a high cuisine type place. But the amount of times I've gone to a really nice restaurant and been like, that meal was fantastic is more than man, that song's really good.
I don't see. I just, that's why I'm picking this, because even when I go to Ruth's Chris or somewhere like that, I'm just like, yeah, it was good, but it didn't blow me away.
You have a children's palate then.
I mean, some people like to eat more than others. Also, like, I get full fast. So I'm just not crushing. Like, I hate the feeling of being full. I hate it.
I've seen you crush some Funyuns before, the old tailgate.
Oh, dude. Now look, you're at a tailgate, those snacks, you can get a whole bag. You're good to go. And I would miss the Funyuns at the tailgate. But I could sacrifice a steak.
I'm still going with the food.
Losing mom's home cooking would be the hardest part. But at least I'd still be able to karaoke and do my best to try to pick up some chicks. Because my other stuff ain't working.
Good luck.
Yeah, Godspeed.
That was a good one, though.
It was one of Joe's better.
The last one the last one was how many 10-year-olds could you beat up at once? And Matt, I'm like, maybe 0 if it's a big 10-year-old.
Oh yeah, you would have to be how many unathletic 10-year-olds for you?
Yeah, Neil said he could maybe get 10.
Give me a whole class of 10-year-olds.
I mean, I was just watching them play kid pitch earlier today, and as they came up to the plate, I was like, could I take him or could I not take him? Also, we've talked about your kiddos and running track, and my nieces and nephews running track. Kid pitch at 9 and 10 might be even worse to watch than that, where you're just watching the carousel of walks and everybody still in second. It's just, it's tough.
That sounds awful.
It's tough. Now, once you get to All-Stars, it's fine, which my nephew will play All-Stars. Then the quality of baseball, but the regular season games they're tough to watch.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
And then you see the kid barely get hit by a pitch, and it's a 5-minute delay every single time, where he got hit by a 45-mile-an-hour fastball.
Oh my god, it's awesome.
I mean, you never know what you're gonna. You could always end the show just crushing 9 and 10-year-olds playing kid pitch baseball. You don't know how this show's gonna end. In a week, will we even have a Preakness to preview? Like, what are we even going to talk about if none of the horses are in the Derby?
When is the post-position draw?
It's not till Tuesday or Wednesday, I think.
We'll do if we're going to talk Preakness, we'll do the show next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Preakness post draw. It is the post draw is actually Monday at 5. Next Monday at 5.
Okay. I still say Wednesday as you get closer to the race. Let some people scratch out. Yeah. It's kind of turned into a horse racing pod, and I'm not even that mad about it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and break down the NBA and NHL playoffs for an hour.
No.
Maybe we can get something right Preakness weekend.
Get Eddie
I'll get the balls to look at my account to see how much I actually lost by then too. And I'll give y'all the official number. Y'all got anything else?
Nope.
No.
Just it's kind of sad it's over, isn't it? You wait for it all year, and it goes by really fast.
Did you end up eating the leftover frozen pizza that was sitting uncovered in your fridge?
What do you think?
I'm gonna say no. If you did, then maybe you really don't taste food.
Crushed it.
Yo, my God. Yo.
Now look, all
No
the
One Piece
leftover. So everybody came over to my house on Tuesday, Matt, and they left a box of donuts, a box of blueberry muffins, a box of moochies, whatever Carl made.
Oh, the whoopie pies?
Yeah, the whoopie pies. That was close. Did not touch one of those. Did not touch them.
What do you have against donuts and blueberry muffins?
Huh?
What do you have against donuts and blueberry muffins?
I don't know. I have noticed don't have a big sweet tooth.
What
Now,
5-day-old pizza you ate?
Yeah, because I had to eat food at that moment, and it was there.
Frozen DiGiorno Red Baron pizza, uncovered, just bare naked in your refrigerator.
It's in the refrigerator. It's not bare naked. It's in the fridge.
5 days old.
It's in the fridge.
No, it had no clothes on. It had no wrapping. It was not in any Tupperware. It was butt naked in your refrigerator.
I mean, that is true.
And you ate it 5 days later. You got problems.
I did eat it, but I gave all the sweets away.
And we sit here and wonder why you can't get chicks. Because you're eating 5-day-old DiGiorno pizza.
I crushed the Chick-fil-A minis that were left, though.
Those are good.
Those weren't going to waste. Now, I did eat them just as chicken nuggets. I got rid of the bread and then dipped them in like some leftover. Like you keep the sauce. You keep the sauces that you have extra when you go to like McDonald's or Chick-fil-A, right?
I think that's
so.
normal.
Yeah, pulled one of those out and dipped them, and it was like I almost had Chick-fil-A one day.
That's normal.
All right, we really need to get out of here.
Yeah.
But Matt, thanks again for doing this. It'd be hard to talk a race with just two people when we're also just not very smart to talk about the race. So having somebody that's a little more smarter than us is
I won the draft. What are you talking
about? You're still an idiot. You're still an idiot.
You're an idiot.
You got lucky. I mean, you got lucky once.
Did some research.
Like how many drafts have we done? It's the first one he's won, Matt. So
I'm excited for the Preakness draft.
I am too. Like,
that one we might only have to do 2 horses each.
I think we probably will definitely only.
Oh yeah, only an 8-horse field. Yeah.
Yeah, which is 8 horses for 4,600 people. That gives you what?
I'm not good at math.
575 people per horse.
Okay.
All right. I'm ending this shenanigans. For the 5-6 Matt, the 6-6 Neil, I'm the 410 Nick. We appreciate y'all listening to our Derby breakdown. We will be here again next week to talk Preakness. And also remember, if you haven't liked or subscribed, do that. And then follow us at the Height Differential. We'll talk to you next week. Yep.
Give it to me.
I was on the 1. And it was that's how I lost everything. Like, if they were in the lead, they faltered. If they were behind, they couldn't get there. That was the story of my week.